Ibig sabihin po, sa regular annual audit ng COA, nakikita na ang mga mali-maling report ng District Engineering Office ng DPWH. So itong mga 2023 na mga problema, wala pa kayo napailan ng kaso nito?
Ngayon, pag-usapan natin yung isa sa nakita kong highlights or isa dapat sa maging highlights ng Blue Ribbon Committee about the flood control projects at kung paano mag-inspect yung COA ng mga ghost projects at kung ano yung ginagawa nila para maitama to. Well, this is Pinoy Extreme. Let's do this.
This is Pinoy Extreme.
Your Honor, yung iba po dyan kasi, kinorek na nung contractor yung mga noted deficiencies.
Okay, so kinorek ng contractor yung mga deficiency. Ngayon, sa paanong paraan?
Yung iba naman po, nagbayad na po yung mga persons liable at doon sa mga nakorek, kahit nakorek po, meron din pong mga pinataw or nakolektang liquidated damages po.
So, meaning, wala talaga nakasuhan kasi naayos nila. Naayos nila ito lahat. Kasi 5.716 billion pesos na projects. Sabi maraming deficiencies. Tapos wala nakasuhan.
Yan po yung total contract cost, Your Honor, yung 5.7.
Yes.
Opo.
So wala nakasuhan ito.
Itatanong ko po kasi, Your Honor, consolidation po yan sa lahat ng regional and district engineering offices.
Yes, I hope, ma'am. That's your mandate. That's your mandate.
Kukunin po namin sa mga regional auditors po
gawin
natin
po ninyo.
kung meron po silang mga finailan po para po dyan.
So, pwede pala na magbayad lang ng damages yung mga contractors na may unsatisfactory work. Depende siguro sa laki ng damage or ng mga bagay na hindi nila nagawa ng tama. Well, for me, I think that's not enough. Kasi yung oras yung nasasayang, kada gagawa sila ng unsatisfactory na projects katulad ng flood control kasi every year bumabaha and we really need those flood control projects na maging maayos as soon as possible. Ngayon, kung gagawa lang sila ng gagawa ng mga projects tapos pag nakita ng COA na unsatisfactory, magbabayad lang sila without even paying for harsher penalties, parang uulit at uulit lang yung mga ganong klaseng mali. Now, punta naman tayo doon sa pag-acquire ng mga contractors ng lisensya from PICAB.
The blacklist that was issued by the DPWH, Your Honor, has certain time limitations.
So, hindi din perpetual yung pagkaka-blacklist ng isang kumpanya doon sa, well, pangungontrata nila sa gobyerno. And that's the sad reality right now.
So, once a notice that the project has been completed, then the blacklist is lifted. And PICAB actually limit of responsibility is we can only institute disciplinary action upon a complaint or a verified violation.
Ibig sabihin, pag walang nagko-complain, sige lang na sige.
So, eto na yung isa sa problema. Kailangan muna ng isang verified complaint para umandar yung investigasyon ng PICAB at magkaroon ng, well, sanctions sa kung anumang pwede nilang mai-sanction doon. Well, tignan natin kung saan manggagaling yung mga complaint na yon.
Mr. Chair.
That is the limit of our responsibility, Your Honor.
The IRR, Section 4.2 states that disqualification under letter CA, involvement in any construction, malperformance of grave consequence. PICAB, under this section, hindi sila, are they not disqualified for renewal?
The blacklist, Your Honor, is issued by the DPWH. If the blacklist is lifted by the implementing agency, then their licenses can be renewed.
Okay, so pag tinanggal daw sa blacklist ni DPWH yung mga contractors na palpak or gumawa ng ghost project, edi pwede na ulit silang mag-renew ng lisensya. Now, let's take a look at the second mechanism ng pagba-blacklist or pagpigil sa mga contractors na palpak.
However, we also have another mechanism that if there is a verified complaint or complaint from the LGUs or from the implementing agency, then we hear the case and then apply the penalties that are commensurate to the offenses that are being committed.
Okay, so ibig sabihin galing siya sa mga LGU, mayors, governors. Ngayon, ang tanong, ginagawa ba ng mayor or ng governor yung ganong klaseng pag-inspeksyon para makita kung may mga palpak na proyekto ba or ghost projects na ginawa ang DPWH or yung mga contractors? Ang tanong, bakit ngayon lang naglalabasan yung mga governors, mga mayors na yan na nag-i-inspeksyon? Na kung saan pwede naman pala na kung sila mismo yung makakita nung palpak na proyekto, pwede na silang dumiretso magsumbong sa PICAB.
For example, Your Honor, the DOLE reports to us a lot of infractions that are committed by contractors, such as unlicensed contractors implementing construction work, unsafe practices resulting in the death of people in the workplace, and we act upon that immediately. In fact, Your Honor, we submitted upon the request of the BIR, we submitted last July 25 our transmittal regarding the request for the documents of the construction group of Diskaya, because if and when the Bureau finds out that their papers are not actually compatible to the papers that are submitted at the PICAB, then we will suspend or revoke all of their licenses automatically because there is now complaint.
So may magagawa pa rin tayo para tulungan yung paglaban sa korap. Again, we have an access to our local government units, and well, of course, hindi naman lahat ng local government units ay nakikinig sa mga tao nila. So anong pwedeng gawin? Wag iboto next election. 'Di ba? Kasi that's already a proof of being in or doing in action doon sa mga reklamo ng taong bayan. Ngayon nakikita nyo na hindi nyo kailangang mag-bully at gumawa ng criminal act up to the point na pwede kayong balikan para lang makuha nyo yung hustisya na dinadaing nyo ngayon dito sa mga corrupt government officials.
Commissioner, yung imposition ng suspension is Section 99 ng RA 12009. Blacklisting is under Section 100, correct? Pareho namang nalilift ang suspension and blacklisting. There's no problem there because it's in the law.
So here is another important details. The mechanism of blacklisting is under the law. So sino ang pwedeng magpaigting ng parusa or ng mekanismo para pigilan yung mga palpak na contractors? Siyempre, the people who can amend the law, which is what? Congressman, senators. See? Kaya lahat ng sangay ng gobyerno involved dito sa laban sa korupsyon. Hindi nyo pwedeng sisihin ang iisa lang doon sa tatlo para lang masatisfy kayo. Kasi again, kailangan nyo ma-realize na lahat tayo dito involved sa pag-aayos ng sirang sistema natin. Kung hindi natin sila tutulungan ng naaayon sa kung ano yung pwede nating gawin at magpapadala tayo sa emosyon, walang mangyayari. Pwede tayong makakuha ng what? EDSA revolution ng 69 times. Pero kung ganyan pa rin tayo ng ganyan na hindi natin inaayos yun, dapat ayusin, walang mangyayari. Well, this is Pinoy Extreme. Sana nagustuhan niyo yung episode about the flood control project. Have a good day.
I think the trajectory of the Senator Soto's question, kung paano natin madidisiplina. Why don't you, for example, resort to Section 101 of the same Republic Act? Kasi dito sinasabi niya, imposition of blacklisting with perpetual disqualification. I believe kung ang pinag-uusapan ay ghost projects, kasi makikita mo pagka blacklisting and perpetual disqualification, dapat recidivist na siya, ulit-ulit na siya, 3 or more. Kapag ka ghost projects ang pinag-uusapan, I think this is 10 times over. Halimbawa, nakalagay dito sa blacklisting, corrupt, fraudulent, collusive, and coercive practices. Katulad ng ghost, drawing up or using forged documents. Ghost projects. Hindi po pwedeng mag-apply yung Section 101 where there is a perpetual disqualification of this. You have to look into this. Yun siguro ang gusto mong puntuhan,
Yes,
Senator, di ba?
Yes, sir. Mr. Chairman, thank you,
And
sir.
then I think we have to put a limit muna, sir. Kasi medyo gusto nang magtanong
Sige.
yung iba.
Sige,
Makakabalik ka naman, boss.
I'll try to wind up for a while.
Yes.
Marami pa po akong tanong eh. My point here is that I want to amend the law creating the PICAB. Kailangan lagyan ng mas matinding power, mas maraming koordinasyon at coordinate sa DPWH, hindi lang sa DTI. So my line of questioning is towards that. Kung ano mga naging performance nyo, ang ginagawa ninyo, paano kayo paano yung dinidisqualify, paano yung license ninyo. I heard you have 45,000 accredited contractors nationwide. Mambigat eh. At tapos, ang sabi ninyo, maliit na kumpanya kayo. Maliit na agency lang kayo. Tatatlo yung board member nyo. Yung 2 board member mo, are you aware that they are contractors also? Engineer Takay?
Yes, Your Honor. I am aware. In fact, EGB has actually filed a voluntary leave of absence the day after their name appeared on the list of the
So when they were appointed by whoever, President Duterte or President Marcos, because I know for a fact you were appointed by President Duterte originally, di ba?
We'll give you more time, Senator Soto, para yung iba gustong magtanong.
Sige.
Let me just re-emphasize, lahat po dapat makapagtanong, but ilimit muna natin sa first 5 minutes. Pagkatapos pag may time tayo, balikan po natin ang bawat isa. Senator Tulfo.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. For PICAB, kay